I think we have a winner.
Things Gary does.
So there have been a few changes to the house. Let me take you around and see. First, you might not notice what's different in this room necessarily. Maybe you notice that there's no rug there, or that there's a bike in the corner. But those are really the two major changes in this room. Otherwise, this room's very similar. The kicker is this room. And bam! You see that? You see that? The hammock's back, baby! Now, those of you who haven't watched my videos before, the 30 Days Project, probably won't notice, but know this, but I used to sleep in a hammock full time, like all the time. And it was just my bed. But when I came here, there was a bed provided for me because it was part of my lease and whatever, and I was like, okay. But now it's back! And so you can see that without the bed and just the hammock, I have a lot more space in here, which is excellent because I've always felt like it's a little bit cramped in here. But as you can see, I have my little nightstand here now. And over in this corner, you see that? That's this screen, which you can see I'm exporting another one of these videos, is a good Christmas present from my mom. And so I got it early because of, Black Friday and all that stupid stuff. So got a nice big screen for all of my doing things. And then I also brought this in here, the rug, just because it felt nicer. But now you might be asking, Gary, what did you do with your bed? I mean, it's just not here. Well, let me show you. There it is! There's my bed. I stuffed it in the closet, which is about the only thing I could really do with it. But the bed frame, I don't know if you noticed in the first go around, this is the actual bed frame. I just sort of tipped it over its side and stuck it against the wall. I tried to take it apart, but whoever did it before, cut the ends of the screws or something, or did something to them, but the wing nuts no longer come off, and so I couldn't disassemble it, and it wasn't going to fit in the closet like that, so I was like, well, I'll do something with it, and so tipped it over, and now it's kind of doubling as my coat hanger of sorts, because the bed, blocks off all access to my closet, and I still have some stuff in here, which, I'm gonna have to get at eventually, but thankfully, it's just a mattress, and presumably I'll be able to just slide it out. But yeah, that's the big change. Now, a sensible question is, why all of a sudden all this rearranging? Why? I told you some things about the hammock and stuff like that, but I don't know. Coming home from Utah to New Orleans is always kind of weird. I always feel like I'm offbeat for a while, but this time, or I don't know, there's been this weird restlessness that I just can't get rid of, and I just came home yesterday, and I was thinking about how I was gonna set up this new screen, because I was gonna change how I set up my desk and everything, but it just got me thinking about what else could I switch around? How could I change this stuff up? And I don't know, it was when you just need a change. Some people it's their hair, some people it's, they gotta go buy something, and some people it's a car, some people they just need to go out into the forest and roll around in the leaves or something. I don't always completely redo my living space, but I'm very much of a locationally based person. My surroundings do a lot for my psychology or against whatever, and so I felt like I needed to get in a new frame of mind or something, and so I felt like, well, let's totally change the living situation, which I have, and I'm excited to have the hammock up. It made me so very depressed every time I looked at my closet and just saw it lumped there. I'm like, oh, how sad. And the bed, the bed was nice. Having a bed, I won't discount it, there are benefits to having a bed, but it was just so much bigger than I needed. It was I only sleep on a third of the actual bed, and the rest of it just is wasted space, and not only that, but it took up so much of the room that anytime I came in here, like I would just sit on the bed, and then I'd lay on the bed, and then I'd snooze on the bed, and then, you know, half the day's gone. So hopefully with the hammock, which I can have, and then when I'm done I can just unhook one end and hook it over there, and, you know, have all this space opened up again. And hopefully that will be much better for my productiveness in doing things. Obviously, you know, everything's still in a minor form of disarray, and, you know, things will take a little bit to find their space, but I'm happy with this. I'm excited, and one thing I am concerned about though is the height of the hammock. It looks a little high, and I can get into it okay, you know, whatever, but you know, I can get into it alright. Maybe this might not be a bad height, but I don't know. Might have to be some experimenting. And yeah, so that does it for the room, but, you know, today's the 29th. So tomorrow is the last day of the 30 days project. And I've just been trying to think of where to go to from here with these videos. It's been fun doing them every day, and it's been a challenge, and it's been great. But I'm not sure I want to just keep doing them every day, just because, you know, some of them aren't that interesting, but I definitely want to keep these videos going, so maybe I'll condense it to like 2 videos a week, maybe one really good video during the week where I actually like focus and like do something. I don't know, I will decide on something tomorrow. And as far as NaNoWriMo, like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna make it by the end of tomorrow, but I'm definitively, mark the words that I'm scribbling imaginary right there, I'm going to finish this story. Whether or not I'll like actually take it all the way to publication is another story. But I'm going to finish this, and so I'm setting myself a new deadline for at least the 50,000 words. It might not be the end of the novel. Maybe. Let's go with that. 50,000 words in 2 weeks. So by the middle of December, so that works out to be like just before Christmas, which will work because the holidays will be crazy. We'll have this story done as far as the 50,000 words. Whether or not that'll actually be the finished point of the story is another thing, but 50,000 words in 2 weeks. I think that's fair enough. That's same timeline and everything. I think I can do that. So we'll set that, and things, and doing them, and all this stuff, and we'll call this video done. So I hope you have a good day, and I hope that goodbye.
Things done.